Hello. Since I'm doing the theme song and theme music of Rendezvous, Deja Vu, and and Vogue Korea and Vogue Thailand. So hopefully you guys subscribe me, um, comment on me, or like me. But when it comes down to it, there is a lot of liking and comment about me when it comes down to Met Gala. The comment about Sahara Hadid, it's more on the theme sound of Karl Langerfield. I didn't know that Karl Langerfield loves cats, so I'm trying to figure out what does cat mean. Jenna Ortega did a lot of cats version of Wednesday, and Robert Patterson does a lot of more on the Kit Kat of Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart is not by herself, but more on something else because her wedding planning is on her mind, and she is trying to be very humble on what does Dior or Chanel. She is the ambassador of Chanel, which is congratulations of Kristen Stewart. Um, when it comes down to GQ career, I'm still looking for someone who understands GQ career, Harper Bazaar. Um, let's see. Um, Anything that relates to Vogue Thailand, because I'm trying to understand what does Vogue Thailand do for a living. So I'm trying to understand Vogue Thailand and Vogue Korea. So I'm trying to understand my framework would be Lizzo. Lizzo did a great job when it comes down to Doja Cat, but since Doja Cat is more focused on Cardi B, that would be another way to understand what this cat means to them as a person for themselves, and trying to understand GQ and Vogue Thailand. When it comes down to GQ Korea, I am trying to understand my closest friend Jackson Wang, Jenny. And when it comes down to it, they both focus on Vogue Thailand and Vogue Korea. So when it comes down to it, Kendall did a great job on what does Kendall does for a living. It's more on the cat version of Karl Langerfield, and that's what cat does for living. When it comes down to it, um, Little Nas X and Billie Eilish did a great job for exploring what this Gucci means. Sometimes Gucci could change into Versace. When it comes down to it, it's more on a growing process. Billie Eilish has been doing Gucci for a long time, but when it comes down to it, she is very humble of having Versace on her side, especially Jenna Ortega. So when it comes down to being humble, it's a good sign of bringing Vogue Korea and Vogue Thailand the first time. Um, Cara Delevingne. Cara Delevingne has been very open-minded with her sexuality, but I'm trying to understand oops, sorry. Cara De oh, ooh, let's see here. I'm trying to understand Cara Delevingne own sexuality. When it comes down to it, it's more on the not the growing process, it's the process that it's not growing, because she knows what sexuality is, and trying to understand Carl's Langerfield sexuality. But when it comes down to it, it's more on the comments below. I understand Architecture Digest, and she was a little bit concerned about my sexuality. So I am trying to understand what does Cara Devlin do for the former model, and trying to understand what does acting does for a living. Little Nas X has been very open-minded with his sexuality. I understand BTS. When it comes down to BTS, they're more on the producer or composure, and when it comes down to it, composer and producer can be very hard sometimes, and trying to critique for the Vogue Korea and Vogue Thailand. D-Day. D-Day will be the Valentino of Sugar. Last last month, or a couple of months ago, actually 2 days ago, D-Day was another way of having Sugar around. When it comes down to it, he is open-minded of getting to know his own strength and his own weakness, and he did well on Jimmy Fallon. So did Jimin. But when it comes down to Jungkook, he is more open-minded with his tattoo. I am really sorry that his country doesn't understand his tattoo. So we're trying to understand um what does J Park means to all three of them, and I'm trying to understand my closest friend JB. Music video. There is a music video named Unforgiven, and I'm trying to understand a Mercedes Benz. I remember Mercedes Benz is more on the uh, Mercedes Benz. I think it means on the construction management, it shows more on Twice, because Twice has been a good representative of Blackpink, and I know construction management can be a little bit tough, so I don't know what hype labels do for a living. So they only representing girls for the first time, and hopefully girls will be understanding what this hype label. So congratulations, hype labels, and the girls up front of hype labels, congratulations. So that's about it when it comes to Dua Lipa. So hopefully Dua Lipa are more focused on trying to understand. She been texting me, but she didn't call me, so that's okay. If you're not familiar with construction management, that's fine. But when it comes down to Olivia Rodrigo, trying to understand what this construction means. This might be a problem, Sahara Hadid, because when it comes down to it, this might be a problem with construction management. So hopefully,